Yo, just dropping a quick little concept here for you today about how to actually get dramatically ahead in your life. There's this phrase I heard many years ago called critical non-essentials. It was on a podcast with these two guys that kind of were pioneering the whole VA business model in, I think it was the Philippines. I do not remember their names or the podcast. I think it's been taken down long ago. They're one of the early people in that game. But they had this concept called critical non-essentials. And I've kind of taken it and modified it, and I use it as my own. And the way I think of critical non-essentials are, these are things that are not essential to you maintaining your status quo, but they are absolutely critical to you elevating to the next level in your life. So they are critical non-essentials. Like, it is not essential for you to dial in your nutrition, your lifting regimen, or your programming in order to maintain the current level of strength, physique, or health that you have. Let's call that the essential. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not critical for you to elevate your game in that area to maintain what you have now. But if you want to take your strength or your physique or your physical performance to the next level, there are now things that are absolutely critical for you to do in order to accomplish that. Though again, those critical things are not essential to maintain the current level of performance and results that you have. This concept of critical non-essentials, CNEs, applies to every area of your life. Right? If you want to take your ability to have relationships to the next level, or let me say differently, you currently enjoy or experience whatever level of quality of relationships that you have. Relationships here is an all-encompassing umbrella for all types of relationships: business, romantic, family, so on and so forth. You don't have to do anything different than what you're doing now to maintain the quality of your friendships. However, or your relationships. However, if you want to elevate the quality of your relationships, your friendships, and so forth to the next level, there are certain things that are now absolutely critical for you to do, or you'll never elevate. For example, perhaps one of those things is learning how to communicate collaboratively. Maybe you have a gap in your ability to communicate. Maybe another thing that you have to do is work on self-awareness, emotional stability. Again, there's a whole list of things that you don't have to work on to maintain the status quo, the essential. But there's a list of things that are absolutely critical if you want to elevate in that area of your life. So what's standing between you and elevation, significant elevation in any area of your life, is to look at what are the habits, systems, processes, ways of thinking that are currently maintaining the status quo, the essential of just maintaining. And now, what are the things that are not critical to maintaining, but they are critical to elevating? And those are also usually things that you've been avoiding working on. As one book title says, the obstacle is the way. Oftentimes, our path to our elevation is through the work that we're avoiding, procrastinating on, dodging, and trying to ignore. So in whatever area of your life that you want to take to the next level, sit down and make a list of the critical non-essentials that you're already aware of intuitively. Pick one and absolutely smash the shit out of it until it becomes your normal status quo.